Go around the
He's
loop?
not disciplined. I have an undisciplined dog. Cuttino Mobley, over a decade in the NBA. Dog or cat guy?
You know what? I grew up with cats. I have a dog now named Boomer, golden retriever.
Yeah, disciplined?
He's the best. He's the best dog.
Disciplined?
He is. He is. Unless if we leave him at the house, he'll probably just like mark his territory because nobody walked him during the course of the day. But other than that, Boomer's pretty cool.
So what do you make? Lakers beat the Celtics. The world explodes in glee. And then they go get hammered by the Sixers, which is the reality of it. To me, they're a young team that needs LeBron on the court. And when he's not, they're wildly inconsistent. What do you make of them as a team?
Listen, they're young. And when you're young, I think people are a little more patient with you. Now, when LeBron was out for those 17 games, they went, or whatever how many games, they were 6-12 or something like that. If you win 10, 11 of those, we're not even talking about them. If LeBron wasn't hurt and when LeBron was in, if you win 10, 11 of those games, you're like in fourth place still.
Right.
Again, I just think that with all this chaos, with those guys, those younger guys, it's hard for them to play hard 100% every single day, knowing something can happen, behind the scenes.
Oh, I think that they all see themselves as totally expendable now.
Right,
I think
exactly.
psychologically it matters.
Big time.
And these kids are younger than ever. Kyle Kuzma's rare. Most of these guys come right out of college after a year, and they're not ready for it. They're just trying to figure the league out emotionally, and then you're seen as a pawn. I would say this. The NBA is funny this way. Do you think the Lakers win a playoff series?
This year?
Yes.
Listen, it's like betting against Tom Brady and Belichick. I can't bet against LeBron James. So I give LeBron James the odds of winning a playoff series. I do.
Okay, so they're going to have to play either they're not going to be a top 3 seed.
Right.
So they're going to have to play Houston, Golden State, or Oklahoma City, and I don't think they can beat those teams.
You're right. You're right. But those teams have to beat LeBron James 4 times, right? In Houston, you're a little banged up. James, is extraordinary as you are at the moment, it takes a toll on your body when the playoffs happen. Not saying that, the first round you're not going to do well, but I'm betting on LeBron James and whoever he's playing. He's going to give them a run for their money, whoever he's playing. And you have Rondo with you.
Yeah.
They know how to win. And if those guys stay healthy, I'm betting with those guys because they're winners.
I want to go to Russell Westbrook. He is shooting less, and they're winning more. Right. I'm not into this triple-double stuff. What I'm into is W's. I'm not into those stats, which I think you can have a bad game and have a triple-double. I mean, if LeBron went 10, 10, and 10, it would be an awful game for LeBron, and he'd have a triple-double. I don't care about it. What I care about is Westbrook is listening. He's shooting less. They're winning more. Here's my question, though. That's fine in the regular season. We get to the playoffs. I've watched Westbrook.
Right.
Is it fair for me to say, Cuttino, once we get to the playoffs, I don't see Westbrook as being as giving as he is today?
I agree. Because, listen, what I've learned in life is I don't pay attention so much to what you say, but what you do. It's a pattern. I'm listening to the pattern, right? I'm watching. I'm listening to the pattern that you are. Now, I was speaking about this earlier. Russell Westbrook is an amazing athlete.
Yes.
I think now is his 11th year, 10th, 11th year. Russell has got to the point where now it's like, I don't really have anything individually to prove. Now I have to literally sacrifice my ego to win.
Can he do that?
That's great now in the season, but I need to see you when it's finals. And will you be the old Russell or the new one? I got to bet on a lion's going to be a lion. Russell's, you're going to be Russell. Unless you prove to me wrong that you're going to defer to Paul George in the playoffs.
I saw him implode last 2 years in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's why Paul George had a bad series last year against Utah. It was inconsistent. He had no consistency, and he needs the ball more.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, Paul's a better two-way player.
Right.
I think that's not a shot at Westbrook.
He is.
I think Paul's one of the top 3 two-way players in the NBA.
That is true.
And I think he's about the 12th best player, but he and Kawhi Leonard, to me, and Klay Thompson are the best two-way players in the NBA.
That's true.
All right.
That's true.
What do you make of the Celtics? Kyrie Irving's hurt again. You had kind of an interesting take on this. There is this belief if the Boston Celtics are the guide to rebuilding. But this morning, Kyrie Irving's hurt again. Gordon Hayward's not working. And Anthony Davis, I've been told last week, is not going to be a Celtic.
Right.
Do you buy into the Celtics long term? Kyrie got hurt again.
I don't.
Why not?
I don't. I think they reached their peak. It's the weirdest thing. It's the other day when they lost against the Lakers, if you notice, who's their best defender? Boston Celtics. Marcus Smart. He's not in the game. One foul. He's not in the game at the end of the game. You have Gordon Hayward in, no disrespect to Gordon Hayward, but you're not a stopper. So why is Marcus Smart not in? You had timeouts. Why is Marcus Smart not in the game? Kudos to the Lakers for winning it, right, and coming back. But why is Marcus Smart not in the game? That's one of the. So you have a team full of talent that don't mesh well.
Well, but yesterday one of their players came out and said it's not fun here. I feel like we're individuals. That was one of the Celtic players yesterday.
And think about that. He said this yesterday, but prior to that, a week ago prior to that, they were what? In the last 12 games, 10? They won 10 and lost 2? So for him to say that right now, I don't know about that so much as far as, actually it's going to my point with Marcus Smart. Now Morris says it. Guys are a little inconsistent. Like, it's not like last year.
So it's not, you bring Gordon Hayward over, who Brad Stevens loves. Not sure if the players do. Right. Kyrie's his own dude. He's an alpha, but he's his own dude. What you're basically saying is the collection of talent on paper's impressive, but they're a 5 seed in the East today.
Right.
It's not meshing.
Right. And see, Brad Stevens loves Gordon Hayward. That's cool. Guess what? I loved my high school girlfriend too, but we all grow. We all grow, don't we? Like, you're still loving the person that was at Butler. Like, he's totally different. And he doesn't fit well with that team.
I don't think so either.
That team's faster, more athletic. And yeah, you came off an injury, and I understand that, and we want to give you time. But you still don't fit well with those guys.
Yeah, I think even Celtic fans would acknowledge Gordon Hayward hasn't been a great fit.
Right.
Fit matters.
Yeah, it does, man. The chemistry.
Okay, I think the Golden State Warriors, in terms of stars, do it better than anybody.
They do.
Their coach deflects criticism. He's media savvy. Steph Curry's like the world's greatest star teammate. You're in a city in San Francisco where, Kevin Durant can go in and just score, drive home, put some music in the car, and the Mercedes is a good life.
Yeah.
I think going to the Knicks, they lose with Kevin. He's going to take all the heat, and I don't think he's one of those guys built for that. I think Kevin's a sensitive guy.
He's super.
That's okay.
I think he's super sensitive.
You've played with guys like that.
Yeah.
Like you didn't deal with the social media. Kevin's sensitive. I think he can do a little hiding in Golden State. I don't like the move to the Knicks.
It's just too much pressure. The organization is a little messed up, right, when it comes to the ownership and how they, lack of better terms. Playing with Golden State when you have Stephen Curry as the most important player to me on that team that makes that team run, it's like Tom Brady. If I'm not whining and I'm not doing this and I'm taking these cuts and I'm doing X, Y, and Z, everybody else should fall in line. You have 4 guys on that team, not even counting KD, whose IQ is super high from like a point guard perspective. So things are easier. You can kind of defer, or you can be the leader, and no one cares. If you go somewhere else and you got Golden State fans, they're amazing. Then you go to New York and it's a little harder to live. The fans, they're expecting greatness right away. It's going to be hard for you, Kevin, because and not in a bad way, but he wears his emotions on his sleeve.
Oh, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, same way. Aaron Rodgers.
Same exact way.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Aaron. And Kevin, but by the way, Kevin and Aaron are single, don't have kids, so they go home at night and they're on their device. No, I mean, seriously.
Right.
You go home. You got kids, you got responsibilities, you got a wife, and I say this all the time, is that I don't have time to be on the Angry Bird all day.
Right.
I don't,
what did they say? Idle time is the devil's playground.
Yeah.
Like, if you have so much time, and something hurts you right away. My daughter come over, give me a kiss, and I'm cool. My son come and ask me to throw the football, and I'm okay. A lot of these guys, they have so much time, they can just get on there and voice.
And it gets in their head.
For whatever reason, like, just let it go. You know, count to 5 or count to 10 and let it go. A lot of this stuff, but they just voice it.
Great seeing you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Are you on Speak for Yourself today?
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh my gosh.
You are the best dressed guest we have. Goulet, you could take a thing or two from this guy. Be nice if Goulet dressed like this every day for the show, Joy. Wouldn't that be? Nobody wears a suit better than Couttino.
Well, I mean, Goulet's back there. He might wear sweatpants, you know.
Yeah.
So you only like from.
It's great seeing you. 11 NBA seasons, Couttino Mobley, former NBA.